like maybe 20 minutes to spare, so I thought I'd get a stream in. It's looking like Denver is about to wrap up the NBA Finals. We'll talk about that later on tonight, so I'm headed to work. Of course, I'll break down the NBA Finals, but just want to talk about Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez officially announced his retirement. I think on Max on Boxing, he announced it to Max Kellerman. Whether Teofimo Lopez stays retired, well, we'll just have to see. Some people think it's a ploy, basically to, get more money per fight. At the end of the day, it's not my job to tell a promotional company how much they supposed to pay a fighter or what a fighter think he should get. But at the end of the day, a fighter, if they believe they worth a certain amount of money, then, so be it. But we'll see what happens. A lot of us are not buying Teofimo Lopez's so-called retirement, because at the end of the day, to walk away at age 25, and there's possibly a lot of good fights out there and a lot of decent money for you out there. There's some good fights out there for Teofimo. 140 is stacked. And there's some fights that could easily be made. Teofimo Lopez versus Jose Ramirez, Prograde, Jack Catterall. If these promotional companies can, find, some common ground to make these fights happen, which I think all fights should happen. A lot of people are just tired of hearing these excuses about promotional companies and all that. Then you can see possibly Ryan Garcia. I mean, can you imagine a fight like that? Those are all big fights. So 140, there's a lot of good fights out there for Teofimo Lopez if he continues to fight. So I don't know why he would walk away. So, that's why a lot of people are not buying into the whole thing about, him retiring. But we'll see. And I think after that performance, people would like to, see Teofimo Lopez continue to fight. And who knows? Sander Martin, you could do a rematch with him if you could get him to come up to 140. So like I said before, there's a lot of fights and a lot of money out there for Teofimo Lopez. I think he should come back and ask for a certain fight and put it on pay-per-view. I don't think Teofimo Lopez, whatever the case may be, like I said, he could go to Fresno once again and fight Jose Ramirez. If I'm not mistaken, Jose Ramirez was promised the winner of this fight, so he could be next in line. But Jose Ramirez told me that he want to fight outside of Fresno. So Teofimo Lopez and Jose Ramirez, they can fight at the Mandalay Bay or something, or the MGM Grand Garden Arena. And I think that'll be a big fight. And I think they could, try it out on the pay-per-view market. Do the same thing they did with Devin Haney versus Vasyl Lomachenko and see what happens. So like I said before, I just don't think that Lopez is going to stay retired. I just find it hard to believe he would walk away, at age 25. And to be honest with you, he hasn't even reached his peak yet. And the way he fought a great masterful performance versus Josh Taylor. And a lot of people picked against him. I favored Taylor in this fight, and I said it was about 55-45 in favor of Taylor. I said, but it wouldn't surprise me that Teofimo Lopez won this fight, because style make fight. But I've seen something that shows me that Teofimo Lopez know how to handle those combination fighters. So that makes me think that he would do well versus somebody like Ryan Garcia. And styles make fights, where he would just like watch somebody like Ryan Garcia, which I think to be honest with you, if Teofimo Lopez fought Ryan Garcia, I would pick Teofimo Lopez to probably stop Ryan Garcia. Because to be honest with you, Ryan Garcia, his style is tailor-made for Teofimo Lopez. And those punches that Teofimo landed on Josh Taylor, they probably would put Ryan Garcia on his ass. So I would favor Teo versus Ryan Garcia. And I think Teofimo would take that fight if it would offer to him and a certain amount of zeros was attached to the check. Right? That fight right there would make a lot of sense financially, and it would do good, and I think it would do good numbers on pay-per-view. Now the question is, would Oscar make that fight? Then there's Teofimo versus Rolly. You would have to favor Teofimo in that fight, but like I said, Rolly's punching power is always the difference maker. He would have to favor Teofimo in that fight. So, like I said before, why would Teofimo walk away when there's a lot of fights and opportunity for him out there? Like I said, 140 is stacked. 140 is just as good. 140 is just as good as 135 and 147. There's a lot of great fights out there for Teofimo. Now, he can't make 135 no more, so you just have to think what's out there for him at 140. But like I said, the retirement thing, I'm just not buying it. I just think that, he's just saying that because basically this is just a negotiating ploy. And I guess it's smart on his end. So we'll see what's up. Now, as far as Team Haney go, they've been talking to Bob Arum. They met with Bob Arum. I think they met with Bob Arum maybe Sunday. And there's going to be an announcement coming pretty soon. Once again, like I said before, I already know what's up. I already know what's going to happen. But like I said before, when somebody tell you not to say something, hey, you got to oblige by that. Like I said, I know what's going on with a couple other boxers. But when they say, hey, don't announce it yet, when you're sworn into secrecy, you got to be like, all right, man. So, like I said, I know exactly what the next move for Team Haney going to be. But I'm going to let Bill and company put it out. So, I'm going to let them, handle business. And that's it, and that's all. All I can say is there could be some big fights on the horizon towards the tail end of 2023, and it's looking good. All I can say is, I don't know, it's released, but I have an idea. I've heard through the grapevine what's next for Tank. Tank, I think, got to sit for like 60 days, which that ain't that bad. 60 days will go by quick. It's not like he got to do 6 years or something. It's not like he gonna do the type of time that Mike Tyson did. Mike Tyson did like 2.5, 3 years, something like that. So 60 days will go by quick. Tank will be fine. It shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? This shouldn't hurt Tank one bit. All Tank got to do is just stay in shape, exercise, and from my knowledge, Tank is not in he's not in GP. He's not in GP. He's in, for what I heard, he's in PC, not GP. And if you don't know what GP means, that's general population. PC means protective custody. That ain't nothing wrong with being in protective custody because you $1 million fighter. So, at the end of the day, you can't have somebody like Tank in GP. Just like Lil Wayne was sitting up line making it look like he was out on the yard. Lil Wayne, the whole time he was in jail, Lil Wayne was in PC. He was PC'd up. And that's all that was like trying to talk about what John Moran need to do. You sitting up there and quoting, talking about you looking forward to going to prison. I wouldn't. That's why I don't even. That's why I laugh at a lot of these YouTubers and stuff that be sitting up there trying to wag their finger, especially the black ones that sit up there and brag about and celebrate how they enjoy going to jail and making it look like prison is like going to the theme park, going to Great America, going to Disneyland. Man, get out of here. But from my knowledge, Tank is looking at a lot of different options. A Ryan Garcia rematch is highly unlikely. Tank is looking at Cruz, a rematch with Cruz, which he gonna knock Cruz out because he gonna have two good hands, and he gonna stop Cruz in a rematch. Watch. And that's gonna be for all the people that was sitting up saying that Tank lost that fight and all that, and he gonna knock Cruz out, and then of course the excuses gonna come, because that's what they do. You see this theory and you see this theme, you see the theory before the fight about, Tank, he got exposed, and if he fight him again, he gonna lose. And then when Tank like sleeps this guy, then they gonna be, oh man, well, Cruz wasn't that good to begin with. So you know how this works. Randy, you know how this works. That's just real talk. So, but I don't know what's going on with Team Tank, but that's what I've been hearing through the grapevine, that they looking at some people, but they're gonna probably in all likelihood fight somebody that has ties to the PBC. I don't think they're gonna do another outside co-promotional fight for a minute, because at the end of the day, based off the fact of Tank's drawing power and that he could sell like 1 million pay-per-views, he kind of at the point where he can fight whoever he wants. Whether we like his level of competition, it is what it is. But eventually, like I said, Tank is going to have to start fighting some of these tougher dudes that might be a challenge for him. Eventually, he is going to have to see Shakur Stevenson. He's going to have to see Devin Haney. He's going to have to see Teofimo Lopez. He's going to have to see all them dudes eventually. Regis, if Regis doesn't move up to one, you know what I'm saying? At 140, there are a lot of interchangeable fights. There's at least 10 good fights that can be made if all these dudes start fighting each other. Have to stop worrying about, well, I don't want to take an L. I don't want to, you guys got to fight each other. All this stuff about protecting your O and all this kind of stuff is just absurd and stuff. Now, let me get to this stuff with Floyd Mayweather. Like I said before, what happened with Floyd Mayweather yesterday, it was just pathetic. It was just pathetic, and people sitting up here trying to say what happened with Floyd was cool, and if you would have been there, you would have got some good footage and all that stuff. I'm not finna film people fighting backstage and all that kind of stuff. I'm not finna be doing all that stuff, because the whole objective of covering a fight is to cover a fight, the event, and basically the surroundings of the event leading up to the event, not watching a bunch of people fighting because of how the fight ended. And at the end of the day, whether people like it or not, Floyd is tarnishing his legacy by continuing to participate in these type of events. He's decreasing his value. I've said on several occasions, Floyd could stay aligned and attached to boxing by just doing other things. Like I said before, if Floyd want to stay aligned and attached to boxing, like I said, start calling fights. Stop acting like you too good to call a fight. And hearing Floyd break down fights and talk boxing, that would be, that would be dope. And I think that would boost the ratings. But all this acting like that's beneath you, but then you sitting up participating in these goofy circus, I mean, come on, fighting reality stars and stuff, for real. It's just like nobody don't want to see this, and this is this is old now. Like I said before, if you want to fight, come out of retirement, go on a tomato can tour, just to pad, your record, and then just leave it at that. But anyway, I'll hit you guys later at the job. Out.